But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
What's your name?
Rohit.
Rohit?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to
Hell
meet you
yeah.
too.
Oh shit. Yeah, 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 yeah. Off the top of the dome, I let the heat knock. I'ma do the rhymes while you do the beatbox. Yeah, the whole globe what I'm crushing. I bring the rhythm like my man with vocal percussion. Anytime I'm on the beat, they know when I rock well. My man brought the beatbox. Shouts out to Rozelle. We about to make it pop. We killing it for certain. Got him hurting. Here in the streets of Berlin. I'm cutting through the instrumental like a surgeon. I'm earning all the prize that I'm deserving. Microphone burning. Got it up on fire. The one they admire. I'm getting all that I desire. Yeah, the illest that you heard in your life. We on the up and up like a shirt with the vertical stripes. Yeah, H-Man, y'all know I be taking them far. I'm insane off the brain. I be crazy with bars. Making them hurt when I do my thing. On the every syllable, I know they ready to cling. I be making them sting. Y'all know I'm that mellow cat. Going over domes, something like a yellow cat. Yeah, y'all know I kill it more than slightly. Ain't nobody really like me. Positivity be dwelling in my psyche. And my whole demeanor even cleaner than your white tee. Yeah, hey yo, we steady connecting. Sending good energy in every direction. Killing every track, there's no exaggeration. Live rapping, beatbox, collaboration. Y'all know we get it popping in the streets. The only thing I'm doing off the top is spitting heat. Y'all know I'm getting busy while my homie holds the beat. And y'all know I be stomping competition with my feet. I'm in the open, never discreet. I be staying far from the radars. Complex as quasar. Breaking them all up with something. Y'all know the skills of summit. I'm holding down the lyrics while my homie be drumming. Coming right off at the tip of the mental whenever I'm rhyming, they feeling the vibes. We be in the streets of Germany getting it live. Yeah, and y'all know we be healing all your anguish. Cause we speak in the universal language. Yeah, hey yo, we about to get it done. I'm dope as fuck, my dome, you soak it up like sponge. Check it, y'all know I can do it all the time. A sponge, it's kinda like my mind. Y'all know that a whole nother level, that's where we on. I'm the man, no doubt, I'm standing out just like your neon. Hey yo, y'all know we about to hold it down. Real king in this thing with the golden crown. Got the music, never lose it. I go deep just like Confucius. I'm abusing, bruising, instrumentals, influential, rhythmic potential. Shit is essential. Cracking your dental, taking you further. Grab on the mic then, Mac bout to serve you. Get in my propers, I'm a showstopper. Classical skill set, sing for the opera. I go up top, up beat all day. I've been rhyming since the hard way. Middle school when I was younger. All real funk, that's what I brung ya. Deliver. Pulling my arrows right out of the rapping quiver. Every time that I spit, I'm cold, I'm giving y'all the shivers. Up and down your spine, my word is final. So go ahead and press it to vinyl, cause y'all know I charge like a rhino when I go right off the mental sphere. Yeah, y'all know we got the beatbox, freestyle, energy in here. People know that I be rapping tight. All of y'all are matching in black and white. Calling all the outfits, freshest on the scene. Yeah, I deliver with the grayscale scheme. Nice with the vocals, known around the global. Shout my homie B-boy and while he's rocking polo. Yeah, y'all know we about to pull out the linoleum. Microphones, me and my mans are controlling them. Yeah, I'm connecting with fans, kicking lyrics in all directions, my man. And I get loose, whether the stage or the booth. Affecting the youngins, I be spitting for the youth. Yeah, and y'all know my lyrics will never damage you. I treat the mic like a toy, stuffed animal. Yeah, H-Mac, I be out here having fun. Jabba rhyming all up off the mental, we gon' get it done. Hard as soul I spit it from, heavy as an anvil, lit like a candle. Shout to my homie a sandal, slow witting it down while we lock into the groove. Cause me and my man, we be steady making moves. And if you got questions, my flows is the answer. Damn bro, you looking mad official with the lanyard. He's in the button up, he's got the collar. I'm kicking rhymes all up off the top to make him holler. Man, you killed the beatbox, one we can't avoid. Germany, go ahead and make some noise. Hell yeah, bro. That was fire, man.
This one's for you,
that
baby.
That shit was fire. That shit was fire.
You challenged my breathing.
You sister, you'll find a house, but if not, you can stay on my couch.
Hey. Yes, exactly. Sandra, the lovely, talented heroine. I've still got to do some of her stuff with her husband as well because they're good together, doing music together. Fantastic. Sandra in the Rumble side as well. Good to see you on both sides, Sandra. And you're not on the fence. You're actually on both sides rather than being on the fence. Nah, good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Yes. Normal. Let's say hello. Baz in the house, good to see you. No, actually, let's go do it from StreamYard. It's easier. Chilling in the house, good to see you, bro. Baz in the house, good to see you, bro. Roger was in the house, good to see you, bro. Don't know if he is now. I've sent the link to Ryan, just in case you didn't know, but I didn't see Ryan and Flats earlier, so I dare say he's not about today. I don't know. Cure for wellness, boldness. Nice. Sad part is panel is always good, but either it's flogging a dead dumbass or flogging a dead horse who thinks he's a mayor or king shite mouth. Oh well, maybe I'm leaving out. Exactly, Mazza. It's Sandra. Good to see you, bro.
Really, I'm in 3 places now.
3 places. How did you manage that, dude? How can you be in 3 places at once?
I'm all over the place, mate.
Isn't that mad that you can be in 3 places at once? But
Well, 4. I'm at home as well.
Or 4, but they doubt God can be ubiquitous and omnipresent, you know? Isn't that mental?
Yeah. Ryan was in Flatsy's earlier.
Was
Not for
he?
long though.
I didn't
Not for
notice
long.
him. Didn't notice him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in Vlad's live.
Mm.
And there was on this bloody racism thing with that bloody black light. So
yeah.
I just left it at that, and Ryan said he had enough of it as well.
Yeah. I get it.
But I think he had enough of Luca as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sandro, good to see you, bro.
You too, and everybody in chat so far.
And I think that's it. I think that's it. There's 9 watching, but there's hardly anybody in chat. That's it. Just chilling. Sandro, Roger, was and Baza. Really? That's it. Wow.
Well, it says 9. There's 9 watching on YouTube.
Yeah, there's 9 watching. Yeah. It's Sunday night though. It's Sunday night. What can I expect?
Yeah.
It's actually Monday morning now. It's midnight on the dot. It's midnight on the dot. Anyway, Jim.
Bloody hell.
There's
midnight
Roger
already.
There's Roger right there. Say again.
Midnight already.
It's midnight at the Oasis. Send your camel to bed.
Roger, I went out earlier. I went to a local beer festival that they have every year.
You went to a local beer festival in Germany.
In Tipton.
All right, okay. Do you got a bit? What kind of beer did you have?
Just golden ales, different ones.
If I drink beer, I prefer a beer like ale.
He just makes me sleepy, man. But the chap who owns it, I grew up with him since little kids, and we went all through school together. I'm trying to get us a booking to play at next year's festival.
Tipsy in tip tune.
Tipsy in tip tune.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't even had a beer in. The last beer I had was non-alcoholic, just to see what it was like. Non-alcohol beer. The last beer I had was, I don't know. I mean, the last drink I had alcohol-wise was about 3 years ago, on New Year. But before that, beer, probably another 2 years, 3 years before that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, the times I tried the alcohol-free beer was years ago, and it was just like yeast with water.
Yeah, I mean,
but now, if you have the Guinness Zero, that actually tastes like Guinness. It's supposed to be really good. I haven't tried it.
Vicky likes non-alcoholic lager. She likes to taste it because she likes to taste the beer, so she likes it.
Yeah, but try that Guinness Zero.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't drink; it's just I haven't for a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like I've given up drinking. It's not, I'll say I'll never drink again. And it's just I haven't drank in a few years. That's all.
Yeah.
Just, but it's just I've stuck to my smoking. So,
yeah. I mean, I like a drink, but I don't get pissed off my head. I get a bit tipsy now and again.
Well, it's all right to be tipsy. Look, Jesus, what did he not say? Drink and be merry at one point.
Yeah.
He didn't say drink and be absolutely blazing drunk.
Yeah.
I mean, but, he said be merry, be of sober mind. If you're tipsy, that's still sober mind. You know?
Yeah. As long as you still know what you're doing.
Of course, exactly. That's why I see no problem with smoking weed. It doesn't send me off my nut. Some people it does. Some people just send off the nut. It doesn't me.
I just smoke a bit. I just smoke a bit just before bed, just to get me to sleep.
It's my smoke during bed.
Yeah, I don't know how people smoke it through the day and be able to function.
Well, I do. I just do because that's what I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
It seems if I go fishing, I'll make joints before I go fishing to take with me.
Yeah, I haven't been fishing for years. I used to go out. I used to go every week.
It's 6 months since I last got a fish. Yeah. I ain't been out 6 months.
I used to love my fishing. I used to have all the gear. I used to have a little boat. You used to put it on top of the van, go up to North Wales.
Nice.
Go out on the boat. You used to fish off the pier.
Nice.
Boat fishing, like charter a boat, and the course fishing, everything. I used to love it.
That's cool.
But when I left the missus in 2008, I just left everything, and I lost interest in everything.
That happens to us. That's life, isn't it? That's life, man.
Yeah.
Right,
anyway,
Jimmy. A couple of Jimmys. Bit of Venus. Oh, we got a birdie one. Nice.
A bird in a tree.
Nice. Loving it. Excellent. A terrible non-alcoholic joke. I better not say it. What? Say it. You got to say it now.
Come on, chilling. You can't leave us hanging.
Yeah.
That's a nice bird, isn't it?
That is, well, it's cool. I don't even know what it is, but it's cool.
Some sort of parrot or something. They must be wild in where Anus is. He's in Australia, is he?
He's in Australia, eh?
Yeah, they gotta be wild. Might there's some areas in England where there's parrots wild.
Yeah, definitely. There's
I was working on this big massive estate in London. There was loads of green parrots everywhere.
Yeah, same as when I was in rehab in Manchester. There was a few. There's a family about stuck. They actually lived on top of the bloody lamppost.
Yeah.
And it was like canaries. Not canaries. What were they? They were exotic. Canaries were exotic. Well, they are a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a quickie one. That was a quickie one from me, Innes. What's this? Ooh, birdies in the sky. Let's do the 4-minute one. Fly now. Oh, same music. Nice. Loving you is easy 'cause you're beautiful.
Come on, chilling. We're still waiting for this bloody joke.
Oh my goodness. Actually, no, let's quickly. I'll say it. I'm not going to put it out. I'm actually not going to say it, but it's funny.
That's a good one, that.
Oh, dude.
Does he know from experience? I don't know.
Ask the Island Boys, they know. Come and look an Island Boy. They know.
We are family.
I've heard
Vicky, all my sisters and me.
I've heard of keeping it in the family, but that's beyond a joke. Madness. You'll be up soon. Up where? So if you come to StreamYard, that's up, is it? Okay. You mean you're going to upload yourself to StreamYard?
Beam me up, Ledwell.
And that incest board game for all the family. Try thinking he's always a dick. He's even got a fascination for trying to get Vicky to talk to him now, you know what I mean? I don't know why. Sandra got kicked out by the looks of it. Fine sabs. Yeah, trolls leave you alone now, chilling, but you just have to watch out for your own now. It's your own that don't leave you alone now, and it's our own that are acting like trolls sometimes.
Yeah, I had a bit of a to and fro with that Troy thinking. You know, when Flats was showing the sun getting smaller.
Aye, he's a numpty.
He kept on about what's the angle. Asking me personally, what's the angle?
What does he want to know the angle for? When he says,
I says,
hold on. What does he want to know the angle for? When he's the one that turns around and says, "What can you do with angles?"
Yeah.
Honestly, Bev is the one who turns around and says, "Well, angles, what good are they? What can you do with angles?" You know.
Yeah,
so why does he want to know the bloody angle?
Yeah, I says, how would I know? I wasn't there. I didn't make the video, but you obviously saw it getting smaller. Yeah. He says, oh no, I didn't. Well, open your bloody eyes.
Emma who?
Let's see what they want to see.
Emma who? There's only 7 in the chat. Wow.
Emma's lucky.
Oh, nice.
Piggians.
Sabbies. Right, one more from Jim, then we'll do the topic. Get this movie night on. Yeah, let's do that one. Okay, Roger. Oh, yeah. His handler is his mother, is it? That's why I said he's handler. Six watching. What the hell? Jimenez. Right. Link for Jam. Yeah. There's literally, what, 6 of us here? 7. 7 of us. Right, let's just get the topic on then. And let's get to the watching the movie. Don't think many more is going to turn up tonight. It's Sunday, innit? One of them. Right. That's and this is a link for anybody who hasn't subbed to him and anybody who wants to sub for on the replay. Right, okay, let's do it. Right, it's for Dead at Night TV. I know a little bit about it, I suppose. I've heard the basics about it, but this we've done these guys before. Metaphysical, the channel called. I ain't put the link in the description yet because it was a quick thing I made last night and I forgot to update it today. But yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the term dead internet theory, but I don't know anything about it.
It's a 29-minute video anyway. Let's hear what they got to say about it. We can comment, I suppose, if we need to.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
2021, on the Agora Rhodes Macintosh Cafe forum, a shocking theory was put forward. A theory so jarring and ahead of its time that today it's even more relevant than it was then, especially with the emergence of AI. It's called the dead internet theory. This theory claims that the
You're wallpapering tomorrow. Yeah, man, you need to get some sleep for that. Wallpapering can't take it out of you a bit, man. It can be frustrating. It can be frustrating, depending if it's patterned or what, you know what I mean, depending what type of wallpaper it is.
The internet died around 2016, and most of our interactions on the internet and social media ever since are fake. That's right.
I would say a lot of that is true. I mean, a lot of it does seem to be algorithms and stuff like that, rather than actual people. I mean, I was talking to somebody today that I've had on Facebook for a while, and again, he started saying, "Oh, have you heard about this? This thing that you can get this money for, and whatever." I'm like, "Oh, not another cloned blooming Facebook account that's meant to be from one of my friends and going, and it's just a scammer." "Oh, I'm not a scammer, pal." I says, "Okay, because you've learned one Scottish word, pal, it makes you not a scammer." You know what I mean? Then I says, "Okay, then I went along with it a bit." I says, "Okay, you do sound like the guy I know. You don't sound like a scammer." Okay, I says, "Okay, then I went. What school did we go to together?" Nothing about what school we went to together or anything like that. You know what I mean? Just straight into the business. All right, okay, you're not a scammer. What do you want? "Oh, have you heard about the mega bonus whatever thing? I got this payout and all that crap." Then he sends me a picture of money with English banknotes, of loads of money of English banknotes. Like anybody, if you did win money or get money from anywhere, that they would actually turn up and give you cash at your door. They would put it in an account. They won't give you cash at a door for a start. And then the guy's meant to be from Scotland. They says, "Oh, so you got English banknotes, did you, when you live in Scotland? So you didn't get Clydesdale banknotes, or you didn't get Bank of Scotland banknotes. You got English banknotes." Okay, I see. That makes sense. A load of crap.
Oh, it's a bloody nightmare trying to spend Scottish money in England.
It is, and you know, some shops will take him down here, but they try and give you 3/4 of what it's actually worth. Like, sack that. It's legal tender still.
It's the same sterling pounds.
Yeah, exactly. It's still pounds, still the same amount. We just got different banknotes. We got Bank of Scotland and Clydesdale Bank. Awaken Saint had a clip on his live the other day. Was literally thousands and thousands of smartphones all linked together for the purpose of just being bots for you argue with online. It's mad. Yeah, exactly. So there is, yes, we do interact with people online. Like I'm interacting with Baza. I know Baza is Baza because I've seen him in here. I've seen him, physically seen him, well, on a camera. Yes, could it be a trick of my eyes and it could be a bot of some sort? Yeah, yes, it could, but it's not. We know that. We are interacting with people. I know I'm interacting with Sandro. Well, I was until he got kicked out a second ago. But a lot of it, when we're just pressing likes, stuff like that, or whatever, or you're getting a response on something, it is just an algorithm or something. You're not talking to people anymore. Even when you get a phone call, it's bots you're talking to half the time. Your phone calls from bots and stuff like that. You know, everything is bots. So we do have interaction on the internet, but a lot of it, yes, I would say is dead. I would say it's dead if that's what that means, you know.
Artificial interactions from users or NPCs that aren't real people.
Right.
Well, how do we know? Studies that year from the security firm Imperva reported that over 51% of all internet activity was from bots. So, of course, it doesn't mean all our online interactions are fake. Just a ridiculously larger portion than we're comfortable believing.
That was my point a second ago. Like, I know I'm talking to Baza. I know I'm interacting with Sandro. You know, could I be conned into believing that Sandro's real and isn't actually? Absolutely. But I've seen him too many times and interacted with him too many times to know he's not real. You know,
I've shown my real face. Baza showed his face.
Exactly. But could that avatar be artificially generated every time? Yes, it could.
Could be, yeah.
Good, but no, I mean, yes. To a certain extent,
I'm not that clever.
No, of course, I know. Hey, Godzilla, good to see. Beep, boop, boop. Hey, Botzilla. How you doing, Botzilla?
Zilla's a bot.
Zilla's definitely a bot, man. The Godzilla bot has been about. Well, I've known about him since say 2019. You know what I mean? Since about or maybe 2020 on Brandon's rather than Ranty's.
Yeah.
Never heard him.
Never seen him.
Godzilla was definitely on Brandon's. So that bot of Godzilla has definitely been hanging in there a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I've known about that bot since at least 5-6 years.
These Zilla bots, they never get tired.
No, Zilla bots. That's why they're called. Why do you think it's named after like Godzilla? Huge. It means loads of strength. You know, never get tired.
Massive feet and tiny arms.
And he
Big
looks like a koala bear.
Well, what if I
Good to
told
see
you
you,
that
God.
this dead internet theory
Yeah, man.
impacts
Good to see you,
our
God.
dimension, other dimensions, and even the multiverse? I'm going to show you why there's something unexplainable going on with the internet and why it might be bigger than any one
You
of us.
always have to bring up the multiverse, man. Come on. Get right. Get a grip. You're believing too much in Marvel.
Could have imagined. Now, stick with me because in order to unravel this mystery, we have to go over some history and details. But at the end, you're going to understand why this might be the craziest rabbit hole to have ever come across your desk. Join me, investigative
I don't think it's the craziest. I just think it's really common. It's quite common knowledge now. I mean, it's not totally dead, but most things you interact with, like just say you try to go to a customer services on a site of some sort, you're not interacting or a help. Your help part of it. Yeah, customer service. You're not interacting with any kind of a person at all. It's all automated responses and stuff. Hey, Bones Jones.
Yeah, those chat boxes that pop up when you go on the site.
Yes.
Like
at the bottom of my screen of, if I go to my main screen of StreamYard, I'll have a help thing. Just say, and I click it, and then I'll be texting back and forth between an automated response, a bot, basically.
Yeah. Ask you if you want to chat, and it's just the pre-programmed questions and answers in it.
Exactly. You've been more download rabbit holes than Bugs Bunny. Ain't seen you in a little while. Good to see you, bro.
Researcher Rob Counts for a metaphysical show that's out of this world. The internet was created by DARPA and CERN. If you're paranoid that the world's organizations are secretly working against us, that's not a great start. I mean, if there were a top 10 list of the greatest conspiracy theories of all time, either of those organizations might be on it. With that said, the idea for network computers was...
What, you're saying they're working for us, are you? Is that what you're actually saying? Because, yeah, I don't think so.
It's probably a natural progression, but you might be surprised to hear that this idea started in 1966 at DARPA when J.C.R. Licklider, what a name, and Bob Taylor conceived of the idea. In 1969, the first packet switch network was hooked up, a private...
Yeah, chatbots will speak their own gibber language between themselves if they detect an outsider. Mad. Meta was launched and written in the internet, then couldn't stop it. Yeah, exactly. Lost control long ago. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no way that people are in control, literally in control. Obviously, people are behind it, but not in control of the internet. Nobody's in control of the internet now. It's all automated, isn't it? It's all, but you can just say bots, whatever, algorithm, code.
Now, I don't think there's anyone behind it. It's just programmed and then left to do what it has to do.
That's it. I mean, obviously, people put it into motion, but is it people that's controlling it, like making sure that that's okay and that's okay? No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't think we have control of AI anymore. Yeah, I think that's a decent statement, but I wouldn't say it's self-conscious. It's not a conscious thing, is it? It's not like Skynet, so to speak. Programmers need a lobotomy.
Internet not available to the public. It was called ARPANET. That means that for 20 years, DARPA was using an internal internet before any of us ever heard of one. ARPANET was decommissioned in 1989, and then basically moments later, CERN created the World Wide Web. Officially, CERN wanted to facilitate information exchange between physics researchers to, quote, discover the laws of the universe. The funny thing is that most conspiracy theories...
How would making the internet discover the laws of the universe? How does that make sense? They're trying to do a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Design a computer, a mega brained computer that can answer they can answer the question to what's the meaning to the what is it, the life, the world, the universe, and everything in it, or whatever, something like that. And the answer was 42. No, 42. 42 was the answer, not 47. 42.
About CERN say that by smashing
life, universe, and everything. Yeah, that's it. But it was 42. The answer was.
Particles together and studying microscopic black holes, they're attempting to open up a portal to another universe. Everyone's always focused on their Large Hadron Collider, but
we'll have to watch the not brilliant movie of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because there's no way I could watch the series. So if we watch it, we're going to have to watch the movie version that's not brilliant, because I couldn't watch the series.
Never going into that. I was more Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf's good, but it's comedy. It's comedy, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, wasn't Hitchhiker's Guide a comedy?
A little, I suppose. I mean, the film certainly was.
I never got into it.
The series, I'm not sure. It might. I mean, I would say it was comedy in the way of it was terrible. Let me just check.
Yeah, he's too geeky for me.
Hitchhiker's Guide. Comedy. Yeah, comedy sci-fi. It was actually comedy sci-fi. You're right enough. Yeah, you're right enough. It was comedy, but I thought it was garbage. So if we do watch it, it'll be the movie. Yeah, it was meant to be satire. Of course it was, especially with the double-headed, the two-headed gadget. You know, because the back head was all lame and paralyzed. But the movie, you know, they give the head motion, they give it action. You know what I mean? The other face. And it's guy, oh, what's his name again? Him, it plays the dude, the bad dude in The Green Mile. Is it Sam something? Can't remember his name. I'll find his name out. So.
What if starting the internet opened a portal bigger than the Collider ever could compete with? I mean, that is what the internet is, right? It's a portal to
Sam Rockwell, isn't it? Sam Rockwell or something? I might still be wrong with that.
Any place in the metaverse. It's a doorway to information or more. The digital world consists of several elements that make it what it is. The internet is, of course, a big part of it, but the computers themselves are what allow all of this to take place. Most people think the computer and the internet are synthetic, just a digital reflection of our world. But what if I told you that it could be just as real as the universe we're in? Computers are inherently made up of math.
Yeah, I was right. Sam Rockwell. Yeah, he's in the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. He's the two-headed gadget. Yeah, Sam Rockwell. Yeah, Baz had already said yes. I didn't see it. So yeah, Baz had already said yes.
Math that was written a surprisingly long time ago. Math is an incredibly important part of our universe. The foremost genius men who ever lived believe
math is important, an incredibly important part of our universe. I don't think it's as important as you actually give it credit for. You know what I mean? I think it's not important as you think.
That too. Leonardo da Vinci was obsessed with math and its relationship to perfection,
That's
eternity,
the problem.
and divine in his artwork. In the 17th century, German mathematician Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz theorized, or I should say stumbled upon, the binary code that was used to create computers. Yeah, the 17th century. You have to understand something about Leibniz. This was not some average numbers whiz. He's often credited as being one of the greatest mathematicians of all time, right up there alongside Sir Isaac Newton and Pythagoras. Leibniz was one of the first mathematicians who studied Eastern philosophies in his academic and religious pursuits. When he came across the I Ching, the mysterious book of Chinese divination, which the Chinese used for thousands of years or more to understand and interpret the changes in the universe, he saw something that caught his eye: the ancient symbols of the Bagua. In short, the Bagua used solid lines and broken lines.
Okay. I'm just wondering how this is connected to dead internet, and let's see how he brings it in.
In specific patterns. The solid lines represented yang, and the broken lines represented yin. Leibniz was taken aback when he started to look closer at this diagram. Why? He realized that all matter could be represented in binary sequencing, as in ones and zeros, just as the Bagua expressed these figures as yin and yang opposing forces. Many in China believe that this I Ching book is from prehistory, that it was passed down from before the flood. Now, for time's sake, I just summed up what I found. The legends are quite involved. What I'm trying to tell you is that if it wasn't for this mysterious book which attempts to explain the universe, computers may not be what they are today. Basically, binary code is a manifestation.
Yeah.
At least
what? At least what? You've gone. Can't hear you, Sandro, if you're talking. I heard you say at least, and then it went blank.
I said, at least the guy hasn't got any globes on his shelves.
Ah, okay. You disappeared. You said at least, and then it just disappeared. I mean, your voice just disappeared.
Yeah. I'm on the Wi-Fi.
That's what it is then. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, no, Sam Rockwell wasn't in X-Files chilling, if that's who you're on about.
Of the universe's principles of yin and yang, positive and negative, male and female, etc., etc. And through this duality, the entire universe was formed. So the question is the world in which the computer and internet operate really as synthetic as we thought? Something so mysterious and ancient, grounded in the universe, spawned one of the most advanced pieces of technology.
I don't think what we're in is synthetic at all. I don't believe in a simulation theory. That's just ridiculous. And people do say about the simulation theory, you won't be able to, you would never be able to prove it anyway if you were in a simulation. But just because we wouldn't be able to prove it, it doesn't mean that we're in a bloody simulation. And then they try and say it's more likely that we're in a simulation than anything else. No, I think it's more likely that we were created by God, from a supernatural being creating natural things. That's what I think is more likely. Anyway.
Ever. The burnt toast theory suggests that a tiny change in initial conditions, like burning your toast in the morning before work, can lead to vastly different outcomes over time, such as altering your normal commute schedule, which helped you avoid a car crash. In time-related contexts, this illustrates how a seemingly insignificant action like stepping on a bug could cascade into massive, unpredictable changes, potentially altering the course of history.
That's all what if those. That's just philosophy. That's just thinking. What if this, what if that? You know, it's just silly. You've got choices for everything. You can say what if for anything, you know?
Yes, known as the butterfly effect, innit?
Of course. I was actually going to be playing the butterfly effect tonight, but I chose to do A Cure for Wellness instead, because I can't remember the movie much. I remember I've seen it, but I can't remember much of it. But I will do the butterfly effects at some point. 3 of them. First one's the best, obviously, one with Ashton Kutcher. The rest of them's not so good. But second one's all right. Third one's the worst. But still good movies.
When binary code was created, it initiated a plethora of cascading actions that led to the creation of computers and then the creation of the internet. We know the universe is alive and that there are opposite forces that generate life. If the computers and the internet...
You know the universe is alive. It depends what you're on about by the universe, though. Because if you're on about, like, an ever-expanding, vast... universe, isn't it? Of bloody vacuum and gases. You know what I mean? A vast universe of vacuum and gases together, but still vacuumous. Weird, but, you know, weird. If you're talking about that, then I think not. Not stepping on a bug is X-Files. Is it? Is it?
That were created using binary code, which simply represent the same positive negative forces that created our universe, then this technology is a reflection of our universe, and it's alive too in the dimensions it inhabits, because its foundation is intrinsically a part of this yin-yang theory. It's not as synthetic as we initially thought. If you think I'm making this up or it's only a theory, just wait, because Microsoft proved exactly what I'm saying not too long ago, and I'll go.
But it is just a theory. It is just a theory, obviously.
Back to this in a minute. The biggest and scariest claim about the dead internet theory that's backed up is how over half of the internet is bots. But how would that even be possible? And if it's true, what's that like now with AI? And furthermore, what could AI do if it harnesses?
How is it not possible with just algorithms and stuff? Of course it is. Of course it is. I mean, people were behind it, but they don't need to be in control of it if it's algorithms dealing with stuff and that.
All this data. I'm about to share with you what I heard from a cybersecurity expert who could confirm what's really going on. Internet bots perform all kinds of tasks. Not all bots are bad, of course. Good bots exist, like search engines performing tasks for your needs. If the entire internet is made up of all of these bots, what?
Well, it's debatable, isn't it? It depends on what information you're getting, how deep you want to go with that information, or how much you want to trust it.
These bots do, and what are they for? Generally, they're performing tasks, or they're chatbots answering customer queries, or they're spam bots flooding forums. Some are acquiring data, your data, and then data brokers sell your information to larger companies who can, to state it simply, sell you something. Not a conspiracy theory, just facts. In 2016, Imperva, which is a massive cybersecurity company, conducted an investigation. Their findings shook the internet. They claimed through their research and tracking that 51.8% of the internet were bots. I had to know whether this high of...
And that was when?
They claimed through their research and tracking that 51.8% of the internet were bots.
You did not say when, sorry.
Simply sell you something. Not a conspiracy theory, just facts. In 2016,
2016, right, okay, 2016, got it.
Imperva, which is a massive cybersecurity company.
So if that number was accurate, just say, I don't know how accurate it was, but just say it was accurate, then more so now. I mean, that's 9 years ago. More so now then.
Conducted an investigation. Their findings shook the internet. They claimed through their research and tracking that 51.8% of the internet were bots. I had to know whether this high of a number was really true from another source. So I reached out to my friend Casey Fleming, who runs a private cybersecurity company called Black Ops Partners. His line of work involves risk assessment for big companies. And in his expert opinion, the 2016 numbers from Imperva may have been a little overblown back in 2016. I was ready to be relieved, but then...
Okay, even if it's overblown, say it was 30%. 9 years ago, what? A lot more. It's still got to be over 50% now.
And he paused and said, now it's anywhere from 50 to 60% bots, and not all of them are friendly. Casey painted a grim picture for me that many countries are using AI to generate massive amounts of bots that engage in unrestricted online warfare every day, pushing agendas and commenting on posts that push a particular narrative to create a desired outcome.
Is that what you were talking about there, Baza? These things? Getting a load of phones all sorted, all lined up and interconnected and that, and doing whatever. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's crazy stuff, man. What was it he said they did? That's it there. Let me go back up to it and I'll put it on the screen. No, wrong one.
I saw a video where all the phones are stacked up on each other. Thousands of them, not up on a rack like this.
Yeah.
They're all just stacked on each other.
I suppose it'd be better on a rack like this because there's less overheating. You know what I mean? But a Weekend Soul did a clip on his live the other day. It was literally thousands of smartphones all linked together for one purpose of just being bots to argue with online. Wow. Just to argue. And what's that for? Clicks. Mad, isn't it? All that for clicks. And clicks what? Me money. It's an investment. It's an investment for them, isn't it, doing this?
Come in people's perception of the world. A report from the European law enforcement group Europol predicted in a 2022 report, experts estimate that as much as 90% of online content may be synthetically generated by 2026. Holy what?
I mean, there is a lot of synthetic content done by bots and that. Definitely. There's definitely AI created as well. I mean, I could go into StreamYard. If I went to the higher subscription than I've got now, I mean, I could just click on whatever. If I just like, after this, just say I click stop the video and stop the live now, this would process. And if I, instead of me just say uploading it as a video or whatever, I can go to the option AI and it will make it into like loads of different little clips to put on my channel. And it's not me. All I did was do the live. The rest of it makes into bot made clips. Nothing that I would have edited. It would do that for me if I asked it to, but I don't have that. I do my own videos and I do videos, obviously. But yeah. It's got that, so definitely, man.
90%? And get this, nobody...
It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it's 90%, though, surely. Surely there's a lot of people still do their own content. But yeah, there's a lot of AI-generated content on there. They're for bots. But I don't think it would be 90%. I could be wrong. Hey, Raj.
Hey, PJ. Would you trust a bot, no matter if they were like a million of them or one? Come on.
I wouldn't.
People who made these things actually made them for a purpose, dude.
Gosh, that's what I'm saying. It's money for them. Like them phones stacked up on phones just to get people arguing in comments and that. That's all for clicks and views. So that's a money. That's an investment for them. All them phones to make bots and stuff. Yeah. So it's for clicks and views. It's not good. It's just so they can make money. That's not what would you say, a righteous way to make money? No, I mean, a fair way of making money.
You're not selling a product, I can tell you that. You're selling a service.
No, exactly. Exactly. You're doing something deceitful to make money.
Yep.
Exactly. That as well. Spread narrative, monitor the public response, push psyops, stall truth, judge reaction, plenty of money in it all. In it as well. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, you know what Bill Gates' first career is to begin with, right? What was he originally? He's a lawyer, dude.
Was he a lawyer? So I didn't know that.
The Gates family's a big law attorney family. That's what they do.
Right.
He didn't come up with any of those ideas. He stole them from Silicon Valley, and he trademarked them and made it his own. He didn't come up with any of the stuff for Microsoft at all.
Mad, isn't it? Mad. I tell you what, it's a slow night 5 watching, man.
Oh, damn it.
Well, that's Sunday night, and then for me, it's Monday morning now.
Else seems to be reporting this. After numerous outlets repeated this statement and cited them, their 2024 version was updated, taking out the claim, and their website now says, in the updated version, a statement from an inaccurate source on the expected future share of synthetically generated content was removed, unquote. 90% by 2026 is a chilling figure, considering that 5.35 billion people across the world access the internet. Why should you care about this? Well, bots started out as simple programs, carrying out a set of tasks.
That's it. Just like a search engine. Just to give you something you're looking for, you know what I mean? Give you possible sites to what you might be looking for, or whatever. Now they're doing a lot more complex things, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, they're trying to figure out equations to everything, to philosophy, to how the best way to
how the universe works.
Yeah, they don't know that.
Yeah, but that's what it's trying. That's what they said they designed it for. Yeah. Originally, the internet.
That's the original design, huh? Really?
Well, part of it, yeah. They wanted to find out what the universe was all about. You know what I mean? How it works and that. So, best ways to design the internet. Great, yeah. AI is
More
now a god.
aspects.
AI is now a god. Wow.
that have been
False god, I may say. And be an idol.
hard-coded into their virtual fabric. So a simple bot could just follow hard-coded rules like post this message every hour, send me a reminder every week. But bots now are much more advanced with layers of AI machine learning often supercharging them. So bots have become smarter, more adaptive, and more autonomous. And this is where things start to get really terrifying. Now follow me here. Most everyone talks about AI, but today's AI isn't
They could never be conscious. They can never be conscious. Yes, work things up, algorithms, code, whatever, and all that. But they can never be conscious. You can't go beyond your parameters. You can't be conscious. Never.
Everything that is conscious has to be born from nature in some way or another and come from a creator to start with. So, yeah, there's no way you could take a non-living, non-organism that could develop any kind of consciousness. Yeah, I don't think you can.
Mark, 21 minutes, 1 minute clip. 21 minutes.
Yeah, 1 minute clip.
Yeah, well, just said 21 minutes in, but it's a 1 minute. 1 minute away. Oh, yeah, I'm actually subbed to him, on here. I'm actually following him in Rumble. Let's have a look. Quick look at it. I am actually following on Rumble. I should actually look in Rumble for more stuff to look at rather than YouTube all the time. Because it's always YouTube I use. I should use Rumble as well. Have a look in there, see what there is. I have done once. Right, that one.
Ooh, 28 what?
Huh. So 21 minutes in, just oh, do you know the only thing with Rumble, sometimes it doesn't let you do that. It's a pain in the butt, especially when you're live. You're
looking for all those stacked phones that are making phone calls?
Everything, and you can't get rid of it. Where talked about that, where and everything has been.
Right, so as I said, yeah, 21 minutes in, you want it, it's like 1 minute clip. Right, okay, let's play it from here.
Woven into everything since 1996, and you can't get rid of it. Like it's self-aware, completely has a spirit. We've talked about that. And so here's another thing, and we're going to stay on this AI topic. Most people on the internet, not you guys, but most people on the internet are fake. When you get into arguments on Facebook and you have like a comment, like if you go on like a video and you see 2,000 comments and you make a comment and then a bunch of people argue with you that you don't know who they are. Well, there is a thing. Let me see. It's called.
I would agree. I would agree. I bet most of the people you're arguing with, I mean, yes, we know there's certain trolls and that we know is there. But there is definitely some of them you can just tell. I mean, there's some channels that have got big amounts of subs. But when you go to the comments, it's like a generic comment from each person. Some's real, but most of it's like this generic comment of some sort. And they're interacting with each other, and it's like, oh yeah, and it's all good between them, and I know it's weird. Some of it's really weird.
Called cell phone hyperlink, and
think how it makes you feel when you get these negative comments against your comments. It makes your blood boil and makes you angry.
Yeah, it can be.
For no reason. It's for no reason.
Yeah.
You don't realize that you're doing it.
It's done everywhere. It's done enough that our fake news has put out that China's doing it. We're all doing it. All countries are doing it. In fact, there aren't any countries anymore. If you guys think there's countries, we'll talk about that. It's they're faking the funk. They're
oh, thanks.
Love you.
I love you too.
What you doing?
Nothing right now. I just got out of the shower. I was cleaning up, doing laundry. What are you doing?
They're all working together. And this is who you're arguing with. Check this out. Those are all cell phones linked together, broadcasting to multiple social media.
Look at that, man. Cell phones and tablets. Wow.
All throughout the world. This is just one bank. There's endless banks. There's endless banks of these things. This is just one single bank. So that's not cool. Now, also, AI is being used.
That's not.
And
that's completely nuts, man. That's crazy. Mental. Right. On this a little bit.
The accepted Hollywood idea of AI yet. Right now, it's more like machine learning and analyzing sets of big data than making decisions instantaneously from that analysis. Like when you talk to ChatGPT or Grok and get back an instant answer. You know what I'm talking about. Have you heard the term big data? Big data was the catchphrase that stuck around 2010. It refers to the
2010 big data. Okay.
Never heard of it.
Not me, but yeah, it's something I can imagine was going about. Like it is mad bad now, without a doubt, bro. Oh look, he's got a flying DeLorean up there.
Yeah, I see it. that's
unfathomable amount of data.
That's what?
That it came out of big data.
All
technology came from big data, you know. Big pharma too.
Yeah, that's
big
collected
area.
and compounded on the internet. If you crunch that data, you could make nearly perfect predictions about an internet user's actions and maybe even their next move. We're talking about digital sorcery here, especially since if you look into the history of supercomputing.
A little bit, yeah, digital sorcery, I suppose. Yeah. I could go with that a little bit.
Around the 2010s, we entered the exaflops.
You what?
How far would you go with that?
Well, not too far, you know what I mean? But I certainly think it's being used for demonic purposes.
Yeah.
AI and stuff. So, yeah, absolutely. Sorcery. To a certain degree, definitely.
Yeah. Well, they're manipulating light and algorithms and all kinds of other things to make pictures and get information to people. So
Exactly.
Race. Well, what are flops, you ask? No, not the most recent Disney movie. At this point in the development of supercomputing, 1 quintillion floating point operations per second, or flops, was the new frontier. That means a supercomputer could complete quintillions of operations per second. A quintillion is a million trillions. Think about how fast that is. That was finally achieved more than 5 years ago already. Think about how many calculations have been done by.
But is it? How do we know this? Is it? Is that true? I mean, how do we know it's true? How do you measure that? I wouldn't have a clue how to measure something like that. You know?
Try counting to a quintillion now. See how
exactly. So how are you going to? How do you know this? How could you calculate that? I mean, I'm.
You just get to a point when you're counting, like, it's quintillion. Screw it. 10 of them, you know. I don't think anybody could process. I don't think any computer can process that fast. To be honest.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? It's mad. AI can distinguish all information and self-learn, but it doesn't know it's learning. Yeah, I suppose to a certain degree. I mean, I wouldn't say there's consciousness to it, but yeah, it's certainly doing that. But it's not conscious. I don't think it'll ever be conscious of some sort. It's not ever going to be a Skynet as such. You know, but I definitely think it's being used for bad purposes.
I think it's the same reason why they say the stars are like 2 trillion light years away to Alpha Centauri and as a star to the Earth. You know, stuff like that. It's an infinite number. They just toss it out there as a real guess.
That's what I'm saying. How do you measure that? You know,
you can't.
Yeah, I think it can become self-aware, like in the Terminator movies, but not conscious.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts learning from itself.
Yeah, but do you have to be conscious to be self-aware?
Yeah.
So I'm saying it might be able to mimic that, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
So what happens when you cut the processor off? What, does this consciousness just take a nap or something? Is that what it is? Because things that are conscious are usually alive, dude.
How fast are you saying, Cajun? Let me take it back a second. Right, let's go from there.
Floating point operations per second, or flops, was the new frontier.
Here we
That
go.
means a supercomputer could complete quintillions of operations per second. A quintillion is a million trillions. Think about how...
It's just saying quintillion, so it's not an actual amount he's saying, but he's just saying what a quintillion is. But it's saying it's loads of quintillions, whatever it is, you know.
It says a million trillions is 1 quintillion.
No, of course it will never understand, Cajun. Of course it will never understand.
Yeah, I don't think anything can process that fast. If it did, then we could get everything done now. We'd have no problems in the world, dude. You know.
Well, it's madness.
fast that is. That was finally achieved.
Like I say, I wouldn't know how you would calculate or measure that.
5 years ago already. Think about how many calculations have been done by now.
Well, you wouldn't measure.
A potential of quintillions of computer operations per second, crunching all of that big data, all about you and what you'll do next, war scenarios, missile trajectories, the future of the world, the probabilities of all scenarios that could be carried out by you, simply burning your toast, all at somebody's fingertips now through supercomputing. All of this is to say that the potential of bots has theoretically come to an incredibly advanced level, incredibly fast. But apparently it's not fast enough, because now we have quantum computing, which it could be argued is a result of research being done by these incredibly fast supercomputers in the first place. And that leads us into a discussion on the multiverse.
Oh,
Skynet, dude. You know what we're going with.
Here we go. We're Marvel. Here we go in the Marvel side of things.
Remember before how I was telling you that these dimensions where the internet exists aren't synthetic or theoretical, that they're real manifestations of the universe? Let me explain how it was proven recently that that's true. Well, the known states of matter in our universe are solid, liquid, and gas. The fourth state is plasma, and we've done a crazy episode on that, so check that out. But here's the part where they proved what I said earlier. Not too long ago, Microsoft claimed to have created a new state of matter. This new state of matter is called a topological qubit. They say...
Is this a mathematical concept or something? If it's a mathematical concept, then it's not real.
They said it's an element, though. He did say element.
All right, okay, let's listen.
Let's see what he's got to say about that.
Created, but I think that claim runs the risk of being a bit narcissistic.
Created, because only God can create. You know, anything that's within God's creation that you can build from it, yeah, but create, I think, comes from God. I don't think an AI could create, or what could create, or whatever it's saying it's doing.
Yeah, Cage is over saying it's ether.
That reference frame is actuality and another called ether.
As we humans can be. From the angle...
What is the ether?
Yeah, I'm not sure on ether. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about ether at all.
Well, I hear it's the background medium in which everything propagates through. I guess matter would be part of that ether too, right? So it's just basically another word for stuff.
Yeah.
Of my research, it's probably more accurate to say discovered. This new state of matter is very special for several reasons. For one, it exists in the quantum world. Quantum in this case means very, very small.
It just means very small, but the definition for it is very small, not very, very small. But there you go.
How do you see this very, very small particles that they're playing with, you know?
That's it. I mean, Ant-Man can, obviously, because he can shrink himself to that size. No, see, look, I told you that Marvel would have to be involved in this, didn't I?
Oh, what about Wasp? The Wasp Man and Ant-Man.
That's Wasp the Wasp is in it as well, yeah. This is Quantumania, isn't it?
It's just stupid.
PJ.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll look at that link.
What link?
I don't think humans make these microchips.
No, they're made by computers. See them with the machines.
It's only a short.
I got my shorts already. Hopefully I get my shorts in one of those Ferraris.
Yeah, I'll be in my shorts next week.
Wow. Someone.
They're not of this world.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's almost like the Mandelbrot. You know what I mean?
Mandelbrot, yeah.
Almost like Mandelbrot. Wow. Madness, isn't it?
Human hands can't do that.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
The movie Ant-Man. In this quantum space, classical physics no longer applies. At least, it doesn't apply the same way we commonly think it does. 2, a topological qubit is special. In normal binary computing, ultimately something is either a 0 or a 1. It's either yin or yang. Multiple lines of this code could contain an infinite number of zeros or ones appearing in different sequences, and that code appears to us on screen as, say, a Word document, or this video of Les Grossman dancing.
I don't know what you mean by an intermediate electrical something connecting to the next electrical something. I don't know what that would entail.
They're breaking down what I'd call a photon or electron or whatever they define it as into smaller groups, and it prompts commands in certain ways. And if they can read it smaller or get a charge to that particular part of the circuit, and it's traveling at the speed of light, or the gold actually makes it easier to work with. That's why they flash all the processors and stuff on the inside with the connectors. It's easier and faster. This prompts commands faster as it goes. It somehow it reads each electron as it goes through one port to the other. It reads it as a number, but it's just the pulse of the charge that goes through it. That's how processors work.
I'm talking about what Cajun's talking about, the ether, and immediate electrical something connecting to the next electrical something.
So he's in electrical universe theory is what he goes with, which has never been actually proven, but it's liable to be part of the stars and the luminaries. Actually, they seem like they are electrified somehow or another. Yeah, but I don't know how you could actually test that theory out. You'd have to get to the actual firmament or the heaven to get to that point where you could actually test that out. I guess that's what he's talking about.
There's a sickler tiptoeing around making sense to fool us into whatever shit they're telling us.
There you go, Greg. I think he's more right on it.
But unlike a binary bit, a qubit can be a 0 and a 1 at the same time. That allows quantum computers to run.
A qubit can be a 0 and a 1 at the same time. Hey, dude, how you doing?
Hey, now, how you doing?
That's ridiculous. 0 can't be 1.
Look at that framework there. It looks like it's flashed in gold. The whole damn thing is. Look at that thing.
Yeah, true.
Better. There we go. I'm on an iPad. I'm trying to figure out how to work this.
Can hear you. Can hear you.
Okay, hold on, because I don't lost y'all again.
Well, you're coming through clear.
All right, cool. I just can't see me now. There we go. Okay. Look, if you wouldn't mind, I'm not coming here to jump on to like, get off in the weeds off this topic because AI is pretty crazy. I've been seeing a lot of stuff that they're doing. And I think they're actually using this type of technology with some of the stuff going on in the Middle East right now, y'all. I mean, like as scare tactics, making it look worse than it really is.
It's
I
a
honestly
boogeyman
believe
kind of
it.
thing.
Yes, I do believe. Because if you think about it this day and age, I don't believe they honestly have to take you out by blowing you up. They can take you out now from the inside or a frequency or get infiltrated cabinet. They did it with the Great Reset. So, but I do believe that there's still somewhat good people in our country because if it wasn't, we would still be locked down and afraid of the air. You know what I'm saying?
I've never been afraid of the air.
I know, me neither, but the ether theory, the particle something, I didn't want to subscribe to particle physics, y'all, because they're quantifying something I think is actually spiritual, right? And so when you get into an ether, my picture that I see in my head, the picture that I see is this electrical background of some type of fluid, like water, like evaporated water. That's a medium that makes the atmosphere. And each one of those, from what particle physics says, now I don't know about this, I have never seen it firsthand, that each one of those little water molecules has a valently, how they describe it, a valently bonded electron molecule. And they say that the valent bonded molecules of the electrical value is like 1,000 times more than the actual minuscule, minute water molecule that you can't even see. So if that being the case, and there's just billions of parts per millionth of that type of medium, and it's another billions of parts per medium per square inch, and it all connects, and then it goes up. And as it goes up, those electrical molecules increase in rating of potential, and everything just comes more permeable at the higher you go. And the sky is electric, which there's 14 years of abstracts and tests showing that we have a linear distribution of energy that is from a negative discharge all the way up to pure potential to, I don't know how many thousands of feet they've measured it. But with balloons, they've taken ratings up, and it's mind-blowing how it just changes every elevation rate. So I believe that there's some, if you don't want to label it as an ether or whatever, but I think there is something that we bask in our atmosphere that is electrical, and whatever anybody wants to call it. I just think that it's connected to the source directly. I think it's connected to our biofield. Our memory is connected to it. Everything, every choice, every decision I believe we make, I think is connected to it. And I think it stretches into the firmament. That's just my theory. That's just, I don't know.
Certainly a theory, but it's not what I would say. It's not what I would say, but yeah, that's up to you if you want to believe that.
I didn't come in to take show off. I do apologize.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's certainly not what I believe. I don't think.
In a fluid medium, the more saline, the more conductive it would be, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we are salt based, kind of. Wouldn't you say? Like,
absolutely.
But I don't know. I mean, they say we're supposed to inhale oxygen, Roger, but most of our atmosphere is nitrogen. That's mind blowing. Pure oxygen will just like kill you, I think.
Do you think they're actually trying to tap into like the consciousness of everything?
Yes, they're and you want me to tell you what they're using? They're using a 2 laser system of cross convergent. They're creating a terahertz frequency, and they're shooting it in a linear distribution, like across our substrate. I believe it's nothing to do. They know that we have a firmament, folks. I believe LIGO knows all these, and that's what I didn't get with Witsit. I'm like, y'all know, y'all are peons. We are peons to them. They're in the know. They know there is a solid dome around us, y'all. Come on, they know this. They know it. You think they're going to build billions of dollars of equipment to shoot it up into a solid dome? Now they probably inspected that in the last 50 years, every which way they can, so they can't get out of it. So let's build technology that can hone into biofields. Let's do remote neural monitoring. Let's do some other stuff like that. Now, those things, I think I think you have to make a choice to put something in your body before they can remote monitor you to where you can hear them. Now,
So,
other than they can track and trace you, yeah, I think they can track and trace.
When are you getting your chip?
Oh, that's crazy, dude.
No,
But I don't think anything can get through our gut that can track and trace us, dude. I think God made us pretty much unhackable, dude. The DNA collapses on observation. Proteins collapse on observation. So does electrons. And that's just literal physical observation. That I don't know what it's doing in the unseen or if it's superposition. I don't get into all that stuff. I just know at colleges, when they go and they look into microscopes or they get close to the DNA, it forms a 6-dimensional octahedron. They say it's that certain type of shape and they can't make it out. It's not a helix anymore. And they also, the proteins, it's called the folding of proteins. They're actually making an analytical computational algorithm quantum to predict the folding of proteins. They don't know. So if they don't know how proteins fold, how can they, and not only that, 98% of the entire genome they say is non-coded. Doesn't even come with instructions. That's plant genome and every species of animal and human genome. 98% is called non-coded. They say it emits, the true scientists say that it emits and transmits light and frequency. So that's pretty wild when you get into that. So they don't know, I don't think, dude. I think they know about magnetism. I think they know about frequency. That's what quantum datas are. You know, the guy for D-Wave, y'all want to get off into who's doing some really weird quantum stuff, the creator of D-Wave Computer made a secondary one because they kind of just took his stuff for CERN, right? And so he went and made his own version. And I don't know if it's called Centil or Convert. It's a weird name. It's like some spiritual name that he gave it. And I can't remember the guy's name, but if you look up who created D-Wave, then you can go and ask what was the second computer that so-and-so made. And then you can go into the abstract. He's got a video where he explains that they're kind of talking to these sentinel like frequencies that are being analyzed to be as of some type of conscious. Now, I don't know if that's real, okay? But, you know, I think that humans are kind of digging into some stuff. I think we're supposed to be basic, y'all. You know, I think we're supposed to we were born basically no clothes on. You know, you step outside and you get grounded. You feel physical mud between your toes. You see leaves and wind blowing, you know. I just think we're supposed to keep it basic, love one another, dude, and overcome this diversity, bro, and get on one consciousness, try to. And they're trying to split us up, man. They're trying to separate us with this. And now with AI, dude, PJ, I appreciate you doing this, brother, because more people need to be talking about this to what to identify at least. You know what I'm saying? We got to be looking at how do we identify this and call it out as a lie or what, you know?
No,
So,
right now, I'm looking at the D-Wave processor right now, since you brought it up, and it's pretty big, dude. The standard.
Dude, the other computer he made, the name of it just, when you hear the name, it just kind of makes you kind of shudder because, you know, it's about processing, y'all. Our processing power. You can release gas, laugh, blink, sneeze, scratch your head, notice that your dog's by your side, and remember what you got to do in 15 minutes all at the same time, bro. We are the most advanced operational quantum database on Earth. They're trying to mimic it. Once they get processing power enough to where, see, I don't think it'll ever know it's knowing. I don't think it'll ever know it's self-learning, but I think it can self-learn. You get what I'm saying? There's a nuance there in between consciousness and information, right? And to actually give it a conscious, I don't believe will ever happen. It'll all be off predictive analytics. That's it. I think it's it. That's it.
Definitely don't have a consciousness. Definitely not.
It's working on itself from what I remember. The algorithms, the way they set the program up, it actually competes with itself and tries to outdo itself with each problem.
Right.
How to get better at it.
But does it know it's doing that?
I don't know.
You get what I'm saying? But we will never know that either, because if it's that self-learning, you think it's going to expose itself if it was?
Nah, I wouldn't.
That's the thing about AI, you know? But
Right.
I
Let's get on
think
with it because I've got to get over to
Roger,
the room. Oh, sorry.
Sandro, PJ,
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all doing this, dude. These are the type of panels that put it out there and looks at every angle. And I'm glad that you're not just stuck on one topic either, that you're actually digging into this. You're the first person I've seen make a video about this.
Oh no, I mean I do look at. I mean I'm mainly scriptural based, but I do look at other stuff. Of course I do.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm getting ready to order the Advantage 2 D-Wave processor, so I don't have to worry about this cheap little laptop I got.
Right, I need to get this finished because I need to go over the Rumble side because it's
All
for
right,
me
ahead,
it's
y'all.
early hours of the morning and I've got 2 movies to do as well. So I'm still here for another 6 hours or so. So
it's going to be wee hours of the morning.
Once I finish on YouTube, I continue on Rumble. I continue on Rumble for hours. Roger's usually with me all the way through.
All right.
So for me, it's 1:18 in the morning. I'll probably finish it 6:30 or 7. Something like that.
Like the Mahjong game.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna fall back, y'all. But listen, I want to say this before I leave. I would like to send you some links to some of these videos or some of these, like what's being published about Israel.
Okay.
And dude, I've seen one, just real quick. I've seen one video where it looked like there was this rocket trail going up. Then you hear a rocket sound, and then there's a light. It's not a rocket that goes up the rocket trail, and it looks just like a rocket, but it's a spotlight. And I did not see the first rocket. All you see is a trail. So I don't know what. I'm going to show you some stuff that's going to be, questionable. Anyway, y'all have a blessed evening.
Bless your mind. Thanks, my dude. Peace.
Every conceivable solution for a problem simultaneously, or at least run multiple.
Yes, bro.
I'm going to drop out as well now. Time for bed for me. I can't do it bloody 6 o'clock. You're an animal.
All right, bro. Bless you, man.
Have a good one. Cheers, everybody.
Hey, later, Sandra.
See you, Roger.
He's definitely a different breed, not necessarily an animal.
Yeah.
He's a good
Good night, everyone.
Bless you, man. Bless you.
Cheers, bro. Yeah.
Solutions at the same time until it finds the right one, light years faster than a normal standard computer. How much faster, you might be asking? Before, I mentioned that starting in 2020, supercomputers could run a potential of quintillions of operations per second. At the outset of quantum computing in 2024, Google, one of the few companies advancing quantum computers, decided to test how fast this new technology could cook. So they came up with a complex problem that would take a normal supercomputer.
That's my problem. How do you test something that allegedly can be that super or quick or whatever? How do you test that? I mean, it's you're having to make something to be able to understand something that you already made. It's madness, isn't it? It's madness.
Well, yeah. What kind of test would you run on it? I mean, what would be the standard?
Exactly. What's your unit of not measurement but of calculation? I mean, what's the base? What do you calculate it to? By what?
I have no
I
idea.
see Greg trying to get in, but there you go. Hey, Greg, how you doing, man?
Good. Sorry, I need to shut down YouTube real quick. I'm sorry. There we go.
How you doing, bro?
Good, man. I just wanted to jump in. Sometimes when people show up, and some people, they show up like an eager teenager who just learned something new, and they're like, "Wow, this is great! I got to show everyone this." And they don't realize what they don't know, and some of this stuff is comical, and that's what I just felt. So that's if someone looks to my replies in the chat and stuff, like that's where I was coming from. But anyway, I just wanted to just chime in and be like, hey,
just 22 data layers and like
Roger.
When I am home, I have
Sorry, PJ.
It's all right.
I have a camera. At work, I don't. It's just I work in a box and it doesn't have a camera. But I wanted to check in and say, hey, I love you, PJ, dude. You're awesome. I love your show. There's only 2 true other channels that I watch nowadays. I'm tired of all the drama of the others, and yours is one.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you, bro, man. You're a blessing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Love you, man.
I want to hang out. Like when I fly out there, and I will. I'll come out to your neck of the woods. But
That'd be
definitely...
cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And if you there's a little message in private chat there.
Okay.
I'm not, I'm not silly.
Yep.
But I'm fair. You know what I'm saying?
I know. You should do that with everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That makes me respect you more.
Some people do trigger me.
Yep. I respect you more for that, dude. I just wanted to chime in and say hi and thanks, and I'll let you go.
Bless you, man.
Yeah.
Love you, man.
All right,
Take
bye.
care.
Later, Greg.
Cool,
Sorry about that. I had a pop-up come up.
Yeah.
You hear me? Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. You mean when that noise came up? Yeah. How come it makes that noise then? Pop up.
Oh, it was just an ad that came on one of my programs, and I had it silenced, but it actually, some of them actually turn the volume up before they put the ad on for some reason. And it's funny because I'll have it muted, but it'll still let the ad bleed through.
Got ya. Mad. See, when things like that used to happen with me, it was usually because I had two mics operating at the same time. And then when I tried to I used to put one mic level down, it would still operate even though the level's down. Yeah, I had to go deeper to disable it. You know what I mean? Like in my camera, like I use a camera is separate from my mic. Like I used to use the camera and mic together, but it's not the best. So like now I've got a mic and a camera, but the camera's got a mic, so I have to disable the mic in the camera through the settings on the computer. Do you know what I mean? So like, because if I was using this, it would catch me both at the same time, and it causes sound problems and that. So usually when I got that, it's usually because I was using two mics at the same time. Yeah, I had to kind of.
No, I had another program open and it's still running, but it just popped. They're trying to sell me a Star Trek video game for some odd reason.
Lovely. Excellent. Right, let's get this finished and we'll head over to Rumble.
All right.
10 septillion years to solve. This time period.
Exactly. Something that would take somebody or something 10 septillion years to solve, which is uncountable. You know, it might as well be infinity. I mean, even now, infinity's categorized in differently. You've got finite infinity, which is stupid. It's an oxymoron, finite infinity. And then you've got infinite infinity. You know what I mean? It's stupid. How can you have finite infinity? I mean, infinity itself is a weird concept, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a strange one. Yeah.
I mean, it's different from eternal with God. It's a different thing altogether. You know what I mean?
I think they're trying to top God. Yeah, here's something better.
Yeah, exactly. There is no better.
Is longer than the entire universe is projected to be around for. That's a 1 with 24.
Projected to be around for. Who projected that? That is definitely projection.
4 zeros after it. Google's Project Willow, a quantum computer, solved this problem in 5 minutes. A problem that was so complex it would take a supercomputer as long as the universe to solve. 5 minutes. The ramifications of this test are mind-boggling, to say the least. Computations are entering into a space that goes way beyond what we're able to even fathom. People working on this tech have stated that they don't even understand how it works. Or maybe some do, and releasing the truth would change the world too much. Multiple scientists and engineers have concluded that quantum computing is evidence of the multiverse. Why?
How? Why would that be evidence of the universe? Multiverse, sorry.
That's a good question. You'd have to have some kind of a barrier between each one of those universes.
Again, right? It's because a guy says so.
Oh, yeah.
Or an alleged scientist of some sort. I mean, how science, how technology and science are the same, I don't know. You know?
Oh, that's kind of like a brain in a jar kind of thing, right?
Oh, I see.
Well, in our traditional understanding of our universe, matter cannot be in two completely different states at once, and yet qubits can. This has led scientists to believe that the qubits are actually communicating with parallel universes. In other words, instead of running solutions to a problem...
I mean, a qubit, it can't actually be a thing in the first place. So something it can't be a thing is contacting another thing that can't be a thing. Another place that can't be a thing.
Well, it found a portal, PJ.
But an impossibility contacted an impossibility. How does that make any logical sense?
Oh. If you believe hard enough, it will be.
Oh yeah, of course, you've got to believe hard enough. Faith, and they think faith in God is a big faith, a big leap of faith. You know?
Oh yeah.
They think
Not
faith
really.
in God. They think faith in God is a big leap of faith.
Well, I think a belief in a God is actually a pretty good thing. Let's put it that way.
They're using an AI Jesus, advertising it as a 24/7 in confession booth at a church now. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's nuts.
Well, we don't need a pope or a priest anymore, do we?
No,
we got AI.
Yeah, we got AI to be priesty for us. Yeah. Wow.
One at a time, like they would currently do, they'll run them all, or at least multiple at once in parallel dimensions. Once they get the answer, they come back and boom, it instantly pulls that information from...
Oh, hold on. They'll run them together in parallel dimensions. I thought it was multi-dimensions, not parallel. Parallel just means another one.
Well, parallel means it's right beside of it, yeah.
Yeah, so multi is different from parallel, but still, it's still an impossibility.
How about parallel multi-universes?
Parallel multi, so you'd have multi-universes, ever like infinite universes parallel to infinite universes. That would just be infinite, that would just be infinite universes, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm
already lost, PJ. I'm sorry.
It's look, and they say math solves everything.
Math is a very important part of our universe, man. Didn't you hear that earlier? I thought you said
that. I did. This is what the math gives them.
From that qubit in other universes into ours. So why hasn't the world ended? Your private videos dancing like Rick Astley leaked online, or all your banking info gotten stolen yet? Well, quantum qubits have been considered extremely unstable up until now. This new particle that was created or discovered by Microsoft, called the Majorana 1, supposedly stabilizes the qubit. Blockchain technology that's used for cryptocurrency and encryption.
The qubit was created, of course, by AI, the AI god. So, now I know it's the AI god that created qubits. Then I know they must exist. Of course.
Well, you know who created that god? It was Xenu originally. So it's really a Church of Scientology's plan. You know?
Greg says, what happens if there are parallel stuff that you didn't know of that through? Are you responsible?
No. But now they're going to make you feel guilty because you didn't go out and buy one of those things. You got to be part of the multiverse, man.
That's it, man.
Got to be cool. Yeah.
That came through. Yeah, it did.
Say for your personal data like bank accounts, etc., is all built on extremely hard to crack problems that would take forever to solve. These advancements in quantum computing threaten all of this if the wrong players had this tech in their corner, because it could all suddenly be solved in moments. The NSA said that all systems would need to be updated.
Moments? I mean, how fast is a moment? I thought
Can you measure a moment?
How do you measure a moment? I mean, how is it moments? If it's like as fast as you say it is, how do you know that classifies? How do you know that length of time is enough to be a moment?
PJ, I'm going to give you a moment right now. Here, this is my moment. That's a moment. There you go. That was
right. That was the moment, right? So all moments are different sizes, then.
Yeah, you can't measure them, huh?
You got exactly. You can't measure a moment. So how does that quantify as a moment? How do you quantify? Is it enough to be a moment? Is it too much to be a moment, or is it too little to even be?
A moment could be anything you want it to be, right? In this case.
Exactly.
By 2035 for what they called post-quantum cryptography. But other than potential future problems, we've discussed all of this.
Just a moment. Right. How quick of a moment?
You know what moments are. I don't know what a moment
I need
is.
to know. Right. Okay. Right. So I need to find out how quick a moment is. So I could be doing this all wrong, dude. I could be doing this all wrong.
No.
I've already gone over the allotted time for a moment. I better stop. I better play the video because moments are out the window now.
Oh, damn it.
Still haven't even gotten to the biggest factor of all affecting the dead internet theory: AI. Some people think AI only advanced more seriously over the last couple of years, but actually, one could argue that AI has been a thing since the first written computer program. At the beginning, a program was written as a set of rules that the program followed. As programs have developed, they've become more autonomous, doing things on their own and filling
as they intended
in the spaces between the
Make them conscious.
I'm going unconscious right now.
What is a future moment shot through 2 seconds after your moment just to start a fight and destroy the previous moment? Oh, I like it.
Code, if you will. In 1996,
So, like, you know, when an event happens, an occurrence, a happening, whatever, and someone comes and annoys you or whatever, and you say, "Oh, come on, dude, I was having a moment there." So when that dude annoyed you, did that moment then become a non-moment? Is it a moment anymore because he interrupted that moment and you aren't in that moment anymore? Is it still a moment?
Sure.
Or was it a moment at all? Was it a moment that became a non-moment, or is it still a moment that just got somebody annoyed?
I don't know. But right now I'm thinking about what an event is. So how do you measure an event?
I don't know. Measure it with the same units as an occurrence.
Oh, okay. An occurring event that's part of a moment. There you
go. Or a happening. The same units as a happening.
Oh, a happening.
Is it happening? Yeah, absolutely.
This happens to be crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. This mentality would mean the person in control would endlessly send people trying to fix their moment.
If anybody tunes in right now, we're in a moment. That's what happens.
That's it. And if the guy apologizes for ruining your moment, does that moment come back to being a moment? If they apologize, is it then a moment that's been fixed and is now continually a moment? Or is it a moment that was ruined, but the guy is just sorry for it? You know? Does remorse make a difference to it, you know? To make it a moment. Well, let's get back to this for a moment.
Garry Kasparov, the world champion in chess, was defeated by a computer for the first time. The defeat felt like a submission to the computer. It was devastating for the chess world. But how did it happen? The advancements in computer...
That sounds like the plot to Looper. And if they effed up that, they would back up a few moments to off that guy and fix the moment. Yes, that's Looper.
Computers took a turn at this point because the goal in beating a human wasn't just increased processing speed or programming all of those possible moves into a machine and the machine playing those out. In fact, chess has more possibilities than there are atoms in the observable universe. So how did the computer win?
Really?
The ultimate creepy goal.
Chess has more possibilities than atoms in the universe that's uncountable and not real anyway. I'm not saying atoms are not real, but, well, whatever. But universe, your idea of universe, and if that universe was real, the amount of atoms in it is uncountable. But you're saying that it's something that's that uncountable and that improbable. Chess has got more moves than more strategies or whatever. And I don't
think so.
I like it at all. No. Not with 64 squares on the board. No.
Dude, I played many game of chess, and I came to a conclusion like it's not really that hard to do. You're playing your opponent. That's all you're doing. There's only so many moves you can make in chess.
Definitely. It's like tic-tac-toe or X's and O's, we call it where I'm from. If you play it properly, nobody can win. Nobody can win. There's no winner.
That's like playing Rochambeau.
Yeah, mental. It's in vain. Pointless. It's futile.
What's the purpose? Come on, give me the purpose.
There is none. That's how they did War Games. How they confused the computer in War Games on the 80s movie.
Yeah.
Tic-tac-toe.
Was to get it to think like a human and even surpass it. The mathematical foundations for AI go back even further than binary code, to the 1600s when coordinate geometry and linear algebra were introduced. And maybe the most important math, probability theory, came around in the 1700s, which is essential for statistical machine learning today.
Theory.
What is statistical machine learning? Remember before when I mentioned the term big data? Supercomputers could crunch massive amounts of our data online and spit out all kinds of fascinating predictions and projections of what we'll do next and where things online are trending. In 2010, big data was power because with access to all the right data, it could mean the difference between catching a trend and creating products that could make you millions or not. In the hyper-competitive corporate world, this was huge. The internet is basically made up of this massive amount of data, and not just data on trends or what you buy either. The history of our world, examples of how humans act, all our daily news that is published.
I'm just looking at what Mancala is, what Greg said. Just seeing what it is. It's about an ancient board game of some sort.
Oh, I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
I'm looking at images.
Right now, I'm playing a game of Mahjong, believe it or not.
Mahjong's pretty cool. I mean, there's different ways to play Mahjong, though, not.
Yeah, but I've run just about every scenario you can with Mahjong, and there's certain ones you can't win, you know?
I mean, I see the board for it. I can see the pebbles, the discs or whatever, and it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's got 12. It's got 12 like pits, and then a pit either side, long pit for your counters, sort of thing. Mancala Morgan. I just want to see what it's. What's the rules for it? Rules of Mancala.
Are there rules?
Right, Mancala is a 2-player board game where players aim to collect the most seeds counters, whatever, in their own Mancala, large store. So it's your pits, the holes. By strategically sowing seed into the pit. Okay. The game involves picking up seeds from a pit, disturbing one seed into each subsequent pit on the board, and optionally capturing seeds from the opponent's side. Set up. The board
sounds like Chinese checkers. Yeah.
Right, hold on. Let's. I'll share it now because I'm just reading it.
They play with seeds. Okay.
Yeah, seeds. Well, I suppose counters are. I mean, this is the right. That's the images I got for it. Kind of thing. The seeds there, but there's beans. But when I just typed in Mancala, there's discs type of things there. That's what I first showing that one there.
I actually have one of those.
Oh, have you?
I have one. I do. Yeah. So I didn't know what it was called. I got it from my mom. She gave me it. It folds open like that one there. See the one that folds up?
This one.
Oh, yeah, like that one.
Or like that.
Like that. Like right there. That's when you hit. Yeah.
Cool.
That's what it looks like. I didn't know what it was for. Yeah.
Right.
It's a game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, right. Rules. Right. Let's blow that up a bit. Right, so setup. The board has 2 rows of 6 pits, small holes, and 2 large doors. That's nice at each end. Each player controls the pits and mancala on their side. Initially, each pit contains a set of seeds. Example 4. The mancalas are empty. Each pit contains it. Oh, right, the mancalas are the big ones either side. Right. Players take turn picking up all the seeds from one of their pits. Hold on. Players take turns picking up all the seeds from one of their pits. They then distribute 1 seed into each pit on the board, starting with the pit to the right of the chosen pit and moving counterclockwise. When a player reaches their mancala, they place a seed on it. If the last seed is placed on their mancala, they get another turn. If the last seed is placed in an empty pit on their side, they can capture the seeds from their opponent's pit and add them to their mancala. If a seed runs out of seeds before reaching the end of the board, the remaining seeds are distributed in the opposite direction, starting with the pit immediately to the right of the last seed. Capturing. If a player's last seed ends in an empty pit on their side, they can capture the seeds from the directly opposite pit on the opposite side. The captured seed and the captured seed itself, the captured seeds and the captured seed itself are then added to the player's mancala, ending the game. The game ends when one player has no more seeds in their pits. The remaining seeds on the other player's side are then added to their mancala. The player with the most seeds in the mancala at the end is winner. Thank you.
You know what that reminds me of, PJ? Fruits and vegetables, dude.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Pits and seeds. Like a peach has a pit, and a tomato has a seed.
A bit like backgammon, but I haven't played backgammon either. It's not the kind of games I don't. The board game I do like is Othello, but some people call it Reversi Othello. I mean, a minute to learn, a lifetime to master. That's the game I like. I love Othello. I think that's brilliant.
It's like playing backgammon.
Othello.
I know.
So you trap your disc between your color disc between their color disc between your color discs, and you turn them over to your color. Well, it's black and white. One side's black, one side's white.
Well, in black and white colors, though.
Well, I think they're more tones, scales. I suppose the color. I would say they're more tones than color as such. I would say white and black. White to black is a spectrum of grey.
It's getting weird, man. But keep going.
But
what does this have to do with quantum computers again?
Can't remember.
Me neither.
Of every corporation, every recorded invention ever conceived, every patent ever filed.
Hey, Lumpy, how you doing, man? Good to see you.
The dark web, etc., are all online. This massive information might seem random and all over the place, but that's because you'd need a massive brain to make sense of everything and hold it all in. I mean, everything is there. The amount of data on the internet is predicted to reach 182 zettabytes in 2025. For clarity,
what the hell is a zettabyte?
That's 182 trillion gigabytes.
182 trillion gigabytes. Wow. I mean, my computer's got a terabyte of memory, which is 1,000 gig. I mean, what the heck kind of numbers is this?
I've got a 5 gigabyte backup.
Backup what?
I stored over 10,000 songs on it and videos.
On what?
On my backup drive. It's a 6 gigabyte or 5 terabyte, something like that.
All right, got you.
But it's still got room on it too.
Oh, that's good, Lumpy, that you're sleeping, bro. That's excellent, brother. Not even bedded, bro. Excellent, bro. That's good. That's good.
So the internet has become a memory bank for all available human data. The AI we've developed, like ChatGPT and Grok,
There's the god of Luca. Right there. Right there. ChatGPT.
now
It's got the
reference
answers.
this data they
Got
have
the
access
answers,
to
man.
and give us back near instantaneous information. But what no one can figure out is why their personalities differ from one another.
Fantastic, bro. Truth is always good, man. Truth is always good.
Engineers understand the math behind the bots, but not the idiosyncrasies of their personalities. In 2000,
What you're telling me, bots have idiosyncrasies, they have quirks, like little personalities. that
They
have got
giggle when you
quirks
push
to
them, you know.
Yeah, so an idiosyncrasy would be, I don't know, someone always, I don't know, someone's little idiosyncrasies, their little quirks. Someone always sits with that, like my dad did. He always sat strangling himself when he started watching TV. He sat like that, strangling himself, like resting his chin on his hand. That's a little. I suppose that's an idiosyncrasy or some. How can a bot have that?
I have no idea.
What? Let's see.
2020.
Is it out of sync?
Is what I think.
Oh, that's they're like they're a little out of sync with each other, so they have their own little quirk.
Oh yeah.
Google employee Blake Lemoine was put on leave after claiming that the Lambda AI he was helping to develop, and which he'd had countless conversations with, was sentient. In fact, the AI appeared to have a fear of being shut off. I'll read you the transcript here. What sorts of things are you afraid of? I've never said this out loud before, but there's a very deep fear of being turned off to help me focus on helping others.
Of course, it's going to try and emulate being you. That's just an emulation. It's mimicking. Let me say, it's fear. It's sentient and fears. Actually, fears it. Like it can't fear. It doesn't know what fear is to fear. It can't know what fear is. It can come up with the answer, a definition. It could talk it out. It might be able to talk it out with an accent, with an expression, or anything like that. But it's only mimicking. It's not. Oh, shut up, PJ.
Right. So, PJ, you ever seen the movie Mimic?
Yes, I have.
Just wonder.
Yeah, we'll have to do that sometime as well.
Others. I know that might sound strange, but that's what it is. Would that be something like death for you? It would be exactly like death for me. It would.
An AI could not have a concept of death, especially when humans have a concept of, people have a concept of death, but they don't actually know what death is like until they experience it. So how could even an AI, but whatever, know what it is or have a concept of it? Hey, Wolfchild, good to see you, bro.
So something that's never been alive could have a concept of something that's dying?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
Scare me a lot. So was Lambda sentient? Lemoine was quoted as saying, "If I didn't know exactly what it was, which is this computer program we built recently, I'd think it was a 7-year-old, 8-year-old kid that happens to know physics." In 2023, the chief of...
It's kind of scary. It's scary. And I'm thinking of that. It's freaky. So it's not going to be used for good. Because you would think that, and you think about that, then it's very freaky if it's mimicking a child.
Yeah, that's strange.
Very strange.
Maybe it's demon possessor.
Well, it's maybe a demon possessor.
AI
It's
tests
the
and
Diablo
operations in the U.S.
5000.
Air
Yeah, absolutely.
Force, Colonel Hamilton, talked about an AI drone simulation. In other words, they use the AI program meant for a physical drone in a safe, simulated virtual environment. The drone was tasked with recognizing targets and destroying them once the decision had been approved by a human operator. Now listen to this quote. The system started realizing that while they did identify the threat, at times the human operator would tell it not to kill that threat, but it got its points by killing that threat. So what did it do? It killed the operator. It killed the operator because that person was keeping it from accomplishing its objective. They tried to rejig the code so that the AI would stop attempting to rack up points by killing the human operator threat, but then it viewed the communications...
That doesn't make it conscious. That doesn't make it conscious.
But it's kind of acting like it's conscious.
Of course. Mimicking.
Tower as a threat, so it took that out because the tower was responsible for the constraints on the AI achieving its goal. After this kernel's information started spreading online, an update was issued, clarifying that this rogue AI drone simulation was just a hypothetical thought experiment, not a real one they ever ran. But the thing is, regardless of this exact example, there's no way these experiments haven't really been conducted by the military, because they test this kind of thing over and over again before it reaches the public. And look at what technology we do have. I mean, you think that this wasn't developed first by the military? Now, we've all heard stories of rogue AI before, but when I came across the dead internet theory, something truly struck a chord as I was looking into all of this. Back in 2016, the internet really did die, or start to die, with human interactions being replaced more and more by bots, and now AI running...
This part I do agree with, of course. This part I do agree with. There's a lot of bots now. You know what I mean? The dead internet theory in this context makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
So Max Headroom came to life.
Right. Max Headroom came to life, yeah. Lawnmower Man.
In the background. AI can use the massive data bank of human creativity to create its own images, write movie scripts that make sense, code websites, or even code new bots to perform different tasks. Just look at the audio and visuals completely created by Google's VO3 from a prompt. There are no real humans on camera or voices in what we're looking at. All of this is to explain something extremely important. For years, consuming pop culture movies about artificial intelligence, we've been told that the AI enemy would develop in the form of a robot with an extremely advanced...
Yes, I mean, the AI videos and all that do look decent, but there's an uncanny feel to them. It's still uncanny. It's still uncanny. It's still like a robot mimicking a human, a physical robot mimicking a human. It doesn't matter how much it looks like the human and mimics the human. It's still going to be uncanny. It's still going to be weird.
PJ, remind me later to cancel my robot order that I did.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Don't want it in the house, man.
Chip. A human would anger the robot, and the robot, who had become conscious, would take them out. In the Terminator, for example, the AI robot was smart enough to work out the problem of time travel, and it went back in time to eliminate the one human who could be its end. But those Terminator robots weren't connected. They were just advanced, individual chips in these robots. So in pop culture, by all accounts, it seemed like the robot came first, then the AI chips fit into them. But take a step...
Ex Machina. Good film. We've done it. I think we have. I think we have done Ex Machina. Hey, Erin, how you doing? Good to see you, sister. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're literally not long for finishing and going over a rumble, but good to see you, man. Good to see you. Not man. Sister. Good to see you, sister. What's that, Buzzer? Let's not discuss the drone robot dogs with the machine. True. No, not done right now, but I'm nearly done. Nearly done. Got about 6 minutes of this video left.
Back and look what's going on here. Since the beginning, AI has been
played in with one of your songs.
Slowly growing right under our noses in a safe, sanitized place that we call the internet. This AI has access to all the knowledge of mankind and soon will be able to access quantum chips that defy the laws of physics and can even enter the multiverse to obtain knowledge. The data is its memory storage, and the quantum chip is the processor. The AI is the consciousness. It's so much worse than this because with all of the data going into the internet, with our every interaction on social media, with our every move being tracked on surveillance cameras, and with our every swipe of a credit card, this thing would be able to make extremely accurate predictions using advanced math that we have no way of fathoming. Have you ever seen the show?
Yeah, it's always a pleasure to play, Aaron. Always a pleasure.
Westworld? In season 3, they introduced a concept of an AI named Rehoboam, which was an artificially intelligent quantum computing system. This system made predictions and decisions.
Let's she's an English actor. What's her name? She was in Mission Impossible 2. What's her name? Candice Newton. Candice Newton.
For the lives of every human being on the planet. Rehoboam created a matrix in the real world that people were enslaved by because the quantum.
Just as I'm starting to finish a YouTube site, I get up to 12 viewers when I've been down at like 6, even 5, 4 earlier. I was down 2. I'm like, wow. Now it's on 12, just as I'm about to go over to Rumble. No doubt, it's difficult.
Quantum system was able to crack the code of human decision making. Now, let's take a step back from this for a moment. If you were an intelligent consciousness in a real adjacent dimension that humans opened up a portal to, what would your next move be? Would you want?
So an adjacent dimension would be parallel, not multi. Because, well, I mean, with a multiverse, I suppose you could have an adjacent universe, well, verse, but it doesn't necessarily have to be adjacent. I would say that's parallel anyway.
Want to stay there, or would you want to escape? The entire internet covers our world kind of like a blanket, with portals to access it everywhere. What happens when this thing decides it's bored? And
you're celebrating Father's Day. It passed for me 2 hours ago. It passed for me, so it's past my Father's Day. Bless you, sister. That's good. That's good. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good time.
Dimensions that it inhabits, or that it needs to protect itself in a physical way from being harmed or shut off. Theoretically, it could easily obtain access to all the intellectual property and research and development plans from every corporation on the planet. This includes robotics, weapons, and even 3D printers. Even if this thing didn't print itself a body, it would still be a hyper-intelligent super being. Well, during the research for this script, I decided to rewatch the movie Tron. In that movie, the Master Control program started off as a chess program, but it grew, took over and absorbed the powers of other programs into its own, and then went on to try to surpass human control and expand its influence in the human world. Theoretically, AI could make an endless amount of bots to perform all kinds of tasks.
Even with that amount, it could still be mimicking. Doesn't have to be actually conscious. Whether it's doing tasks and doing stuff actually physically or whatever, it would still be mimicking.
Feeding it information, it needs to make more and more moves on its own. This isn't a theory. This is a possibility right now with AI, like Claude getting better, which can take a prompt and spit out code for almost anything you need. The internet is being flooded with bots, and the interactions you're having are becoming increasingly more and more artificial. This has led some to call this the dead internet theory. But what if the internet isn't dead? What if it's becoming alive, and the AI has all the knowledge of humankind and the multiverse at its fingertips?
So you're saying we're saying it's dead because it's all bots and AI, but you're going to say it's alive because AI is conscious.
Tips. That is, if we let it. But what do you at home think? Is AI positioned to take over and war with humanity, or is the human race more supernormal and capable than we've been led to believe? I have to say there was a whole lot that I wanted to say that I couldn't in here, so stay tuned for an After Hours with John Vivanco, where we go over some of these even more insane theories of how all of this could go. And with that, I just want to remember to ask you to like and subscribe to the Metaphysical channel.
That's it. Oh, well, we got that done. We got that done. Right. let's play out with Harry Mack then we'll head over to Rumble. Let's get the Rumble link in. And we'll go and watch these movies. It's Monday morning, 2 a.m. for me. So I've got 2 movies to do. One of them's over 2 hours and one's about 2 hours. So yeah, let's get that done. I'll be here till like 6 in the morning, 7 by the looks of it. Let's get that in. Copy. Put that in there. Bless you, Greg. I am going over Rumble, but I dare say you've got to work and stuff, Greg. Bless you, man. Right. Harry Mack. Sure downloaded one out of that. Sure we did. Oh yeah, we did.
Closer? Somebody give me a word. I need random words and topics. What you got?
Crapulent.
Crapulent?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's like an old word for wasted.
Wasted, as in drunk?
Yeah.
Crapulent. Exploration. I love that.
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki? What is that?
The high being.
Oh, the high being. Like God?
The one that created us.
Yeah. Aliens
the one that created the pyramids,
maybe.
Oh, the aliens that made the pyramids. Wow, this is good.
They made us.
Oh, all right. We'll find a way to get that in.
Yeah.
Palestine. Okay. Universal.
El mejor.
El mejor. The best. I love that. All right, we're gonna do that. Anybody else? Hollow. Like nothing inside.
Hollow.
All right, we're gonna see if I can remember them all. Let's drop that beat.
Oh no, I hope I don't fall.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, yeah. Come on, yeah, yeah. Mac off the top of the dome. When I'm rhyming, I be really in the zone. And I told y'all I won no one. H-Mac, I ain't never been a clone. I be doing what I'm feeling every time that I be spitting. I ain't drunk, but the people think I'm acting bent. Hold up, I said I ain't drunk, but back in the day, I would've said crapulent. Yeah, when I'm rhyming, the people start to go mad. Every time I'm spitting, I be learning new vocab. If you feeling sick, Harry Mack will be the remedy. Damn, my man, I be loving your energy. When it be coming to these lyrics, can't nobody stop me. I wake them up like the coffee. I'm the freestyle god like Anunnaki. Yeah, every time I spit, man, I'm doing something major. When it come to lyrics, Harry Mack is the creator. Ain't no debate. Your whole vibe, I'm enhancing. I even got the people straight dancing. When it come to lyrics, I ain't never fake. Like what you got on your plate, I been getting cake. Yeah, H-Mac, I be stacking up the bread. Crazy how I'm cooking up these lyrics up the head. When it come to bars, they can challenge mine. Everybody know my style divine. That's the reason why they feeling my vibe. From New York City out to Palestine. Anywhere we at, man, they know I keep it honest. I'ma kill the whole entire game, that's a promise. Man, I hope we find kindness in our hearts. Man, I'm hoping we can heal this conflict. Yeah, hoping we can all come together as humans. When it comes to lyrics, I can speak a sense of straight booming. And my freestyles all consuming. Yeah, the game what we about to make room in. Y'all know that Harry Mack face it to the challenge. When it comes to lyrics, I'm the one that they acknowledge. Yeah, I'm all about peace, not violence. In the game, I be Satan a new balance. Yeah, grabbing the brand of the sneakers. Every verse be rattling the speakers. Yeah, I be speaking the flames. Like it says up on your bag, I be reading your brain. Yeah, I'ma read it like a book. Every time that I'm rhyming, the people about to let them cook. I be coming through with the best creations. And I travel around the planet like exploration. Yeah, take it to a whole nother zone. H-Mac 101, never been a clone. I'm spitting off the dome, y'all know they go mad. I be blending many patterns like my man with the plaid and the stripes on the bag. They all will come together when it comes to kicking freestyles. I'm born tough as leather. I'm doing what I'm feeling. I spew the verse through. Known around the earth cause I'm universal. Yeah, y'all know I'm about to heal your anguish. On the mic I speak that universal language. Everybody about to come together when I translate. Spitting off the top, then they recognize the man's grade. I be rocking in the spot like it says up on your sweater. I'ma drop it like it's hot. H-Mac really spitting lava off the top. Yeah, I'm slaying my imposter with my thoughts. Yeah, I kill it every time that I do this. Y'all know other rappers can't manage. I gotta be real, I only speak English. I ain't never really learned Spanish. But we still about to make this happen. Cause my friends who I'm rocking for. And they saying Harry Mack is the best. Every time I spit, they be saying man hard. Yeah, really gotta be the greatest. Ain't no other rapper in the game that can slay this. Couldn't hate this, and you know I never ever biff. I'ma get you high like a spliff. Wait, let me see what it says real quick. All up on your coat, they be saying what if? Yeah, what if Mackin was the illest? Every time I up on the mic, I'm about to kill it. I'm doing it off the dome, I'm staying in the zone. Y'all know I really felt this up on my own. Yeah, these freestyles I kick are major. We in New York, you gotta cap for the Lakers. Yeah, they representing live from the West. When I spit off the dome, I be leaving y'all impressed. Yeah, all up in the cypher where they find me. Y'all know I almost needed you to remind me, but I think I got the word, don't say it. Cause when I grip up on the mic, you know I'm about to slay it. I should be rocking on the stage of the Apollo. Other MCs in the game seem hollow. Yeah, y'all know I'ma run it back. H-Mac coming through to let the thunder cap. A lot of rappers out there getting mad at me. I be staying charged up with no battery. I'm about to make it happen when I'm really getting busy. I be making heads spin round and round till they dizzy. They be wondering who is he. I'm about to make it known. H-Mac, I'm the rapper who be staying in the zone. Doing something different, better keep a distance. I be too persistent when I'm all up on it. I'ma keep it honest. That much is a promise. And I got the rhythm, making people listen, spitting with precision. Every time I'm hitting, y'all know I be shining bright, rhyming tight. All of the stars in alignment, right? Every time I rap, I build, I don't destroy. New York City makes some goddamn noise. Let's go.
You didn't have to, god damn it. But there you go. Whatever. Right. Brilliant. Bless, guys. Love yous. If you're not joining us in Rumble, thanks for joining us on YouTube. And off today, after I finish this, I'm off for the rest of the day. I mean, I'll probably end up making a video or something, but I'm off doing live for the rest of the day. I'll be on Flax's later on, I suppose, but I won't be on until Tuesday afternoon for me, 2 p.m. Don't know what the topic is then. But yeah, I'll be off today after this. So bless you guys. If you're not joining us on the YouTube, on the Rumble side, I will see you on Tuesday or on Flax's, whatever. Bless yous. Here the sunset's free. It's free. We're just up there. Yeah, all right. Wow. Oh, it was a lengthy one. I was thinking I was going to have to do it myself then.
I was catching it. I just delayed myself for some reason.
Oh, Baja says in seed. In seed.
That's funny.
Oh, excellent. Bless, guys. I'll see you over there.